on to Metal Mondays. It's going to be a really fun week today over here. I got my guest and co-host, beautiful Sergio, and our great, the mighty Devour here. It's going to be a really fun time. Just if you guys want to introduce yourselves, and the instrument you guys play.
Go ahead.
It's Alfred, I play bass.
I'm Joe, guitar and vocals.
I'm Joseph, I play drums.
I'm Diego, guitar and vocals.
Awesome, fantastic. Do you guys have any social medias you guys want to plug in first?
Yeah, we have, your usual, the Facebook, the Instagram, all that Devour official.
Devour official.
We also have a Brothers followers.
Oh, lovely.
I'm subscribed. Yeah, I'm subscribed. Every Monday too.
No worries.
Yeah.
So just jumping into our first question over here. So just Devour, the name, right? How did you guys end up coming with that? How did you guys end up choosing it?
Believe it or not, well, Devour has actually been around since 1986.
Yeah, we were
1985, somewhere in that area. Alf and I obviously are the only two originals. And the name actually came from our old guitar player was watching a Bugs Bunny cartoon. And something about they said that something was gonna be devoured or whatever, and he came to me and he goes, "Dude, let's call the band Devour." And I was like, "Right on." Fuck, that's it. That's the way it came about. A fucking Bugs Bunny cartoon.
Bugs Bunny is certified heavy metal. So
That's right.
Yeah, there you go.
That's
So
right.
you got the certification on there.
That's right.
Just in general, since you guys have been around for a pretty cool minute, just kind of curious, what were some of the influences that you guys ended up having, when you were first starting out to play?
When we first started out, it was Slayer.
Oh, yeah.
Always Slayer.
I was
Slayer.
fucking, and still am. I still love Slayer to this day. They can do no wrong. Metallica, of course, Kill 'Em All. Before that, I was very heavy into Iron Maiden.
Oh, wow.
Maiden was the shit, man. There was no fucking heavier band than Maiden and Priest. Then a friend of mine, I was in guitar class in high school, and a friend of mine turned me on to Kill 'Em All. And dude, I'll never forget when I heard Whiplash for the first time. I was like, what the fuck is that? It just seemed like grindcore today, you know what I mean? That fast, it seemed that fucking heavy. I couldn't believe it. Then another buddy of mine busted out with Haunting the Chapel from Slayer.
Oh, wow.
And Chemical Warfare, which is my favorite song to this day from Slayer, maybe of any song, that had me hooked on playing that style music right there. So yeah, it was Slayer. Then a little later on, you start getting into more heavier bands. Nuclear Assault is still one of my favorites. What kind of made Devour the way we play now is death. Yeah, Leprosy, Scream Bloody Gore. That's what kind of made us more of the death sound.
Yeah.
You guys know our music. We call ourselves death-thrash because we still have that love of thrash and punk. We love punk. So our album's kind of weird because there's thrashy death stuff, but then there's some punks. As a matter of fact, I made up a new punk song yesterday.
They're still on the grind. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
We like that song. Even though we don't sing we still sing it, Devour vocals, but musically. But yeah, it was Creator, Death, Slayer was those three bands kind of really pushed Devour.
SOD.
Oh,
SOD too?
SOD.
Oh, yeah. Wicked.
That just blew our mind when that came out.
Yeah, that did blow my mind.
First song we heard from them was that, what's that noise? We're like, what
Yeah.
the hell is this?
Yeah.
Damn, dude, that's fucking sick. So clearly you guys were starting up in the peak of thrash metal, all that kind of stuff.
That was the peak for thrash.
So that's
in the mid-80s.
Yeah, that's fucking dope. So bands like Slayer, Metallica, Priest, all them were fucking huge as fuck. Really, I guess both. What made you want to start a band? And also,
dude, that's fucking easy. Kiss.
Yeah.
was the makeup?
Yeah.
The fucking demon, bro.
Yeah.
Obviously, I ain't no fucking young chicken, you know what I mean? So when I was a kid, Kiss was the shit, and since I was like in the 3rd grade, believe it or not, I wanted to be a fucking Ace Frehley. So yeah.
That reminds me a lot of like what Scotty Ian said, because that was like one of the other biggest influences that he was talking about too. Like he was a super big Kiss fan back in the day, and like if it wasn't for them, that he wouldn't even be into like anything.
You know, a lot of times that shit gives away our ages. You know, honestly, I mean, truthfully, Anthrax is as old as we are, you know, and anybody from like our generation, it's pretty much that. They're gonna say Kiss. They're gonna say Kiss. Actually, last night I was kind of tripping out. I don't know if you guys heard of Crypto, the band Crypto. You guys have fucking. You're fucking missing out. Anyways, I was watching a thing they did yesterday, and I was tripping out because they're young. They're in their early 30s, early 30s, mid 20s. They tripped me out because they were saying Kiss influenced them. I was like, shit, they're kind of young to be influenced by Kiss, but yeah. They were really, that kind of blew me away, but yeah, Kiss is the reason.
I'm kind of interested too. Did you guys ever like get interested in any of the NWHM like music that was like popping off during that time and stuff too? Because I know there was like Diamond Head and all those other guys.
No, not really.
Interesting.
It was kind of weird for me, man.
It was just kind of like, it's whatever.
Yeah, there were other bands, and yeah, they're cool. But like the bands that I liked, I mean, that's what I fucking listened to.
Yeah.
There was kind of no fucking going away from it, you know.
Gotcha. No, that's cool. I was just kind of curious, just from like that time period and stuff, because there's like so much music that was coming out at the time that it's like everyone had their own like niches and what they were trying to get into and stuff.
Yeah.
Which was kind of like interesting to me too, because like our next question is just like, how does this thrash music like actually speak to you? Like, what's in terms of like the songwriting processes and stuff, like how do you guys formulate your music? Like, is there like a specific process that you guys get to go through? Do you guys look at like references from like Slayer and how they did that breakdown and like you guys try to do something like that?
I'll say no.
No.
Oh, nice.
No, it's just more Joe messing around.
It
doing
just
something.
fucking comes up.
It
It just fucking comes up.
A lot of it's on the spot.
A lot of it's on the spot.
Yeah, well, we say it all the time. Sometimes the best music comes on the
It
spot.
is, dude. And honestly, it does. When I sit down and say, "Fuck, I'm gonna do this,"
It won't work.
it fucking doesn't work. Most of the time, it's at practice for us. In between songs, I'll just start fucking throwing give you a prime example. Last week.
Yeah.
Last week.
You already did.
Diego doesn't even know this yet. We're fucking playing, and I start jamming something. He jammed. I was like, "Wow, that's fucking pretty badass." And I told him, "I go, dude, I hope I fucking remember what I did."
That's the hardest part.
That's the hardest part because you make it.
Because they're on the spot.
Yeah, so honestly, yeah. I mean, we made up pretty much a verse and a chorus right off the bat.
Yeah.
I went and practiced by myself the other day. Now I had it in my head what I wanted to do, and yeah, I did the not the leads, but the what's going to be under the leads, and I made a little fucking breakdown, and I told them today these guys are tripping. I go, yeah, that song's fucking pretty much done. I just need to write lyrics. Yeah. This fucking guy hasn't even heard it yet.
We like, the lyrics is always the last.
Lyrics is always the last.
Oh yeah,
we have the title, but it is okay. Let's come up with the lyrics now.
Yeah, we'll try to do like, let's make it about this, and then try to piece it together for lyrics.
Lyrics are hard for us because although I do vocals, I fucking hate it, and I don't want it. Ever since fucking 1985, whatever the fuck, I never wanted to sing. We always said we're gonna find a singer, and we fucking never did.
I can totally relate to it.
And I'll be honest, I mean, even back then, having to sing fucks me up playing guitar because I can't play the way I want to play. I can play so much more technical stuff, but I can't because I have to play around what I can do, vocally. So, yeah, even when we make up stuff, I always go like, "Fuck, I'm not gonna do this."
You're dreading that vocal, right? Because I mean, the guitars sound dope. They got their like highs and lows, but then like, fuck, I can't. Like my throat can't.
Yeah, I can't do that exactly. Yeah, and we'll do that too. Like I'll be all happy. I'll have something like, "Oh, this is fucking cool. This is cool." But then when we try to do some vocals to it, like, nah, man. How many times
doesn't fit, or we have to change the word.
we gotta move up.
Yeah.
Move everything up the fretboard a couple.
Yeah, make it lower.
Yeah.
Make it lower. You know what I mean? And then I get pissed because like, nah, that's not the way it was. It was supposed to be here. But whatever. But yeah, vocals is always last because fucking we hate vocals. I I'd do a fucking instrumental band if I could.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Orion
You could be like,
I mean, to be fair, in most shows you can really barely hear the PA. That's happened to us
Exactly.
yesterday.
Yeah.
But you know, it
Exactly.
happens. But I
Yeah.
mean, kind of going to a quick touch back to what you see, with the influence of Kiss, and you're talking about how Kiss kind of gives away that age. But I mean, arguably, I'd say, and as you also mentioned, the other band who's a younger, more or less, but they got influenced by Kiss. I mean, would you say it's like, how would you even see the modern music as far as like, because you got the new blood in the band, and of course, maybe it wasn't Kiss that inspired them, but it's, you kind of like look forward almost, right, to the next generations who inspired them, and would hope it's not Justin Bieber or something like that. Oh, fuck.
It's MGK.
No, what's that fucking guy?
We had to break Joey of that habit.
Yeah, we have
Coming up with all that.
the fuck's that guy with the pink guitar and all that shit?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Machine Gun.
Yeah. That shit, that's fuck, dude.
I love that. That's how he came up with that name.
That shit kills me, dude. It's like, dude, you want to be taken seriously with a fucking pink shirt and a fucking pink guitar.
Man.
You want to be taken serious right now? Sorry.
I mean, yeah, because it is what it is. But like, I mean, and interestingly, I want to tie it into our next question because like it's like a fun fact. We got the father and son dynamic, right? So
Yeah,
I
we
mean,
didn't even say that.
but like, what we've always valued, and I can only think of another band that's doing that right now, is again old blood and new blood. How do you guys make that work? I mean, I'm assuming it's not very hard because your interests
No.
kind of like are very similar already.
Yeah.
But I can only imagine for yourself, like kind of like getting more in touch with the newer bands and all that kind of stuff. I mean, you guys definitely have a sound.
Yeah, it's kind of funny because when we write stuff, he'll make like a riff, and I'll be like, okay, I got something to throw over it. And when I'll throw over it, it'll be like a old thrash beat,
Mm.
and he'll be like, no, throw a blast beat over it instead. So it's like, we're kind of backwards.
Yeah.
I'll kind of throw like the old, like, you know what I mean?
Mm.
And he'll be like, no, we're going to make it like more modern.
Yeah.
So do like what the drummers now do, which is blast everything. So, yeah, the new stuff, it's hard, but
Well,
it's good.
I'll say this. I mean, I've been for the last, I don't know, like a couple of years. Vader has been the only band, honestly, that I've been listening to, other than Crypta now.
Yeah.
But Vader, like, dude, I was fucking yesterday in my truck, like going through all the music in the truck, and fucking right back to Vader, and I was like, why the fuck do I have all this in here? Like, I don't listen to nothing but Vader. So anyways, yeah, a lot of what I'm writing now is like very influenced by that, and then it makes him have to learn that style, which he has.
Yeah,
He has. He's been what's that dude's name? James Stewart, the drummer from Vader. He's been listening to him rocking, and I noticed the difference in him that he does play a lot more like that. He's getting into that.
Because I've always listened to it, but it wasn't like an influence I had. Like when I started playing drums, I was like strictly DRI, suicidal tendency. Like it was just like either punk or crossover. That's all I knew how to play.
Interesting.
And then like a couple years back, I started like I always listened to like death metal bands and stuff, but I never was like I'm gonna play like that. It just wasn't me. So then I started actually learning how to do like on one hand, just
Damn,
so
dude.
getting faster with the feed, so I just like kind of adapted that way. And now we have like a mix of that.
Yeah. You got like the old and the new, like
Yeah.
coming
You're already a
together.
hell of a drummer, and if you're adding onto your arsenal,
Yeah,
holy
dude.
Yeah,
fuck, man.
Joey, not just because he's my son, but I mean, he's really, like fucking improved.
Yeah. You'll notice the difference between the two, like the album we have right now
Yes.
and the new stuff.
You will
You
notice.
can
You will
the
notice the difference.
Yeah,
You will notice the difference.
Yeah, not to brag or anything.
Please brag.
Not because of me, but like just the whole band in general. You're gonna when you listen to the new stuff, you're gonna be like, is this even the same
band.
like for
God
a group of guys?
Mhm.
Because everything it's like totally like
cranked up,
skyrocketed.
Damn,
Yeah.
dude.
That's fucking dope. Yeah, I mean that's what I'm talking about. Like whether it's the older generation versus newer generation, how you guys have made that, come together, and you, like you said, you just feel it on the spot. I'm looking forward to hearing that kind of stuff.
It was cool because Joseph, man, I'll never forget. When he was younger, I'll never forget it. One of my favorite bands forever too was Exodus, and Bonded by Blood was like, that's fucking gold, And Lesson in Violence and Piranha were always my two favorites. He was a little kid, and one day he tells me, "Yeah, man, I really like that song, Lesson in Violence." I was like, "What the fuck?" Dude, I just thought that was really weird that is what attracted me, and now it attracted him. The same song, the same band, It's fucking crazy. And then my other son, my younger son, he blew my mind with the same exact thing. He was listening to Bonded by Blood, and he was all into it. And I was like, what the fuck? That's fucking crazy. That was freaking crazy. But that's when I knew. I mean, he was, like I said, he was coming right along. the way we planned it.
No, that's good.
There was no fucking Justin Bieber.
No chance.
No chance.
That's why we gotta keep heavy metal alive.
Yeah.
That's why everybody likes to giving away the age or not. Arguably so, we like to think, fuck, we were born in the wrong fucking decade. You know what I mean? Like we just can't find what you guys had now. Arguably, I mean, there's some bands
I
for
hear
sure.
that a lot from younger, metalheads and stuff like that. They're like, yeah, I wish I was in the 80s and that kind of stuff when they were listening to all that kind of stuff. I have a few friends that are probably around your guys' age. Same thing they tell me. I wish I was in that age when they came out.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, I was there.
Yeah, I know. I was there.
You missed out.
I was part of that shit.
Yeah, it was cool.
I was getting mowed down in the pits back then too.
Oh, God, it's great. Well, just kind of moving on to that same line of thought, right? Where it's like understanding how we're kind of like coming into like this new scene and all this kind of stuff. So since you guys have been around for a pretty cool minute, I'm just kind of curious on like, how has the scene changed that you guys have like noticed? Both because you guys got new blood here, right? And they've seen some other stuff like playing in their own bands, and like for yourselves as well. Like, how's the scene changed that you've seen for the most part?
That's kind of trippy when you think about it. It really hasn't.
Oh shit!
It really hasn't. Honestly, it's still the same. A mosh pit. Well, back in our fucking days, they were called slam pits.
Yeah.
Which I like that better than mosh pit. Mosh pit sounds kind of.
Like mashed potatoes.
Yeah. You know what I mean? It's fucking stupid. I like slam pit. It's like it lets you know you're gonna get fucked up.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Wall of Death says it all too.
Yeah, I know. But the shows are the same shows as when we were growing up. It hasn't changed much. They were in another band. Was it Short Focus that time you guys played at that over there in Covina? Remember?
No.
Paranoia.
Paranoia, that's right. And that was their first show, and I don't think you went, but I went, and they were using half my equipment.
I had to go.
And I hadn't been around.
We needed a ride.
Other than like a big show like Slayer or something but like a local band backyard party, I hadn't been in that for who knows years. So it was kind of trippy, man. Like it was like if it was like I was 17 again. It was the same. It hadn't changed.
Backyard beers and
It's the
fucking
same
dirt
shit.
everywhere.
Yeah, backyard beers, dirt, fucking people
dirt.
passed out.
Dude,
Hasn't
without a
changed.
shirt.
Hasn't changed.
No shirt guy.
No shirt guy. Oh, the no shirt guy. He's there mandatorily. So right there.
Roll up to the show. Chick
Tight
throwing up
schedule.
on the side.
Yeah, fucking dude laying in the gutter over there.
Ah, hell yeah.
No, honestly, yeah, it hasn't really changed much.
Yeah, no, that's cool. Because on that note, I mean, talking about no shirt guy, people passed out. I mean, over the years and from as long as you guys have been playing, and even with you guys, what would you guys say is like the craziest thing you guys have seen?
Oh fuck, dude, I don't know. I've seen a lot. We've seen a lot of shit. We've been involved in a lot of
I
shit.
think the Metallica show at the Coliseum.
Yeah, that was a fucking.
When
that was a
everybody
good one.
just broke the barriers, which we were kind of.
It was
Responsible.
it wasn't the Metallica show. It was the Monsters of Rock.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I
there's
think that was in
Monsters of Rock,
'88. I think or
Yeah,
'89.
I believe it was '88.
That was fucking crazy.
What was the lineup on that?
It was
Well, it was
Kingdom Come.
Van Halen, wasn't it?
Well, it was
Well, Van
Kingdom.
Halen was the
shit.
headliner.
Van Halen. Sammy Hagar had just. Well, not just, but
He was in there.
right there,
Mhm.
right when they started. It was Kingdom Come, Dawkins,
Oh, damn.
Was the
Scorpions,
Yeah.
Scorpions, Metallica, and then Van Halen.
God damn, that's
We
what
watched Van Halen play like 3 songs and we fucking bolted.
No Sammy.
No Sammy.
No Sammy.
Fucking David Lee Roth, brother.
Woo!
There's, in my opinion, there's no better front man than fucking David Lee Roth.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah, that guy's
Just
like a
like Bon
fucking
Scott.
living legend.
Oh, yeah.
Or Bon Scott.
Bon
David Lee
Scott,
Roth.
fair
David
enough,
Lee
fair
Roth.
enough.
David Lee Roth, and I hate to say it because a lot of people don't agree with Paul Stanley too.
He's good. He's pretty good.
No, Paul Stanley's cool.
But when it comes to getting that crowd rolling, dude,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
fucking David Lee Roth, dude.
That's wicked. Yeah, because I think like for just the small amount of shows that we've been to, I think the only thing comparable is just like when we went over to what is it, Battle San Bernardino. That was like one of the like wildest times. That's when like Iron Maiden played, and they had a pretty stacked lineup with like Overkill, Testament, and like all the good classics.
That's a good band, right? That's a good lineup.
Yeah,
Right there.
watching some guy walk in with like all of his clothes in and then walk out with none of them, learning like every single piece, it was fantastic. So yeah, no, that's really cool stuff. So it's interesting to kind of see like how those shows are. What's the worst show you guys have played actually?
Oh, that we played?
Yeah.
Probably the Hub. The last one at the Hub.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, there was nothing there. Pretty much.
Didn't you guys play with us at that show?
What was this? Was it a long? This was a
This
long
was,
while
no,
ago,
this was
right?
a long.
Yeah, we played the Hub before.
You guys
Yeah,
played
yeah,
with
yeah,
us
yeah,
at
yeah,
the
yeah,
Hub.
yeah.
the Fontana over there. Like,
Mhm.
Yeah,
we played it before.
Oh, December.
That's what we
Long
did.
time
We
ago.
did the recording in the trash can.
Oh yeah, that's right. Shout out to Roman behind the camera.
Yeah,
No.
I think it's that one.
We did one show where
Oh.
Diego couldn't play, and it was just the three of us.
Yeah, it's at the Hub.
At well, we did that there too. No, it was at the 5-star. We were fucking horrible, dude. Fucking horrible, man.
Oh,
Horrible.
is that when my amp kept cutting out too?
I just remember. I knew like. Oh, fuck.
Like,
We should go home.
We should go home.
It's time.
So then the next time we played and he was with us, I gotta admit, fucking Diego tore it up, man. He was throwing leads everywhere, and I heard the sound man actually, he gave Diego a big compliment. He said, "Dude, you're fucking tearing it up." And I was like, "Fuck yeah,
Fucking stink face.
you fucking
Oh,
was."
yes, yes.
That's what he said.
Yeah. And I told that guy, I goes, "Fucking, that's a good redemption, huh, dude, from the last time we played here." And he just shook his head. I said, "Fuck. I don't know, maybe Diego was the key. I don't know. He's the star child."
It's the same thing because I'm like,
Stanley.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Kind of looks like him. Needs a pink shirt and
It's not hard.
and red shoes.
It's so adorable. No, but that's the other thing too. Like we played like shows with only 3 people, and it is never
remember
again.
that LA show where
not
like
fun.
literally like I don't know who the hell these people were. They weren't even part of like the metal scene or anything, but they just like they were the only people in a bar. This is LA, shitty little bar. I don't remember what it was called.
5-star.
Little bar.
No,
It's
no,
only
no.
5 stuff for us.
But like, so we got there, we set up. There's like a couple of people in the table and all that stuff. You know, we played the first song and they were there. But either they hated us or they just like were like, fuck it, this isn't our shit. So they fucking left. And literally, we only played for the promoter
Yeah.
and the bartender.
Oh
to be
yeah.
fair.
Yeah, we've done that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's.
So, I mean,
Dude, remember on like the whiskey?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, dude, that shit was fucking
Yeah.
bad.
I mean,
Yeah.
the whiskey was just an embarrassing show for us, just because like, I think
The
the
chain,
my
that
guitar just
was
kept
terrible.
cutting
Oh,
out
dude.
so bad.
You know, dude, having fucked up equipment, dude, is worse than playing to an empty house to me.
Oh, man.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At least the fucking sound man at least he's watching you, and if your sound's fucked up too, it's like, dude, these guys are.
He said it's a good practice.
yeah,
That's a good
those guys
practice.
could say, yeah, they sounded good, but
Yeah.
Remember that time when the PV, we use PV 6505 plus amps,
Yeah.
and Diego's fucking was working fine. We go to play, fucking died.
God damn.
Fuck, we're like, fuck. What are we gonna do? We didn't take no extra, nothing. Well, the house guy had a little fucking fender. Remember that? Fucking little fender there. And then the guy goes, "Well, I don't think you're gonna hear him because I had a fucking my PV with stack and shit. So I lowered a little bit, but that fucking PV fucking blasted on, dude. It worked out very well, but if that dude wouldn't have that, yeah, we would have been.
But like
Yeah,
a combo
same.
amp or like a practice?
Yeah, combo.
Like a little
combo.
this amp,
It was a
kinda
combo
seems-
practice.
Oh, it's just a little
shit.
combo.
Yeah.
Oh my
I have
God,
actually
that's
have a picture.
We have
of
a
that.
picture. You just put it in front.
I have a picture. I have a picture. It's fucking funny. Like, double bass drum set, fucking stacks here, his fucking bass equipment. But you look real close, fucking little fender amp right there by the bass drum.
I still always love your lunch pail.
Oh,
yeah.
That shit was always funny because you tell me like, I was like, everybody always fucking asks, like, is that your lunch? He's like, no,
we played at
I love that orange jam.
we played at the Doll Hut with that.
Yeah,
No shit.
And we were fucking laughing, dude, because he had the fucking Randall 4x12 cabinet with the fucking orange head. He's still as big as his phone.
Then he put his canister of
Yeah.
tea right next to it.
His fucking thermos, Scooby-Doo thermos.
Then you turn that thing and that thing just cranks.
That shit revs.
That shit is fucking
For
hard.
being small like that, yeah, it's amazing. It's got one fucking preamp tube
It's
in
got
it.
one tube.
It's amazing how fucking loud that fucking thing is.
Yeah.
But all those little lunchbox fucking amps are like that.
They'll scream if you throw them all the way in.
Yeah, you're gonna be like,
Or
max,
you
max,
put, yeah, you
max,
put maxed everything.
Nah, dude, that's lit. I remember seeing like another guy who's playing like in a death metal band, and he has like the little junior like Tama kit, so it's like the fucking. No, but he had like a double bass kit, like everything.
With the
and it's-
mini?
Yeah, it was like mini. It's like a jazz kit.
Well,
It's
it
really
was
cool.
his son's, bro.
It's okay, dude. You gotta make it work.
He wanted to miss the show, so he's brought his son.
It just sounded like 2 floor toms going on.
Oh, dude, it was amazing.
2 floor toms is the bass drum.
Oh, that's so beautiful.
So worst shows or best shows, regardless. Is there any like place? What's like the main stage if you could go anywhere in the world and you could play and just rip that shit in front of an audience, fucking crowds roaring and shit. Like, what would that place be?
Bakken.
Wow.
Fuck yeah, dude.
The outside stage.
I would love to play at Bakken, dude.
That's the dream for a lot of us. Yeah, I'm like that's one of the like most fucking craziest places. That's still like a dream even for us as well.
Well, I guess we're still a band. We haven't played for a little while. I'm in another band called Septic Onslaught. I play bass in that band. And the singer, guitar player for that band, his old band played Vakken.
Yeah.
And he was telling me that shit's fucking crazy, man, when you play like those big festivals like that. So he was telling me that it made his whole trip was worthwhile because they went to the tent to eat lunch, and he said he's fucking got his food and sits down, he's fucking kicking it with Twisted Sister. And I was like, no shit. He goes, yeah, dude, I was fucking kicking it with Dee Snider. And it's like, fuck, that's fucking cool, dude. I don't even care to play. I just want to go. I just want to go hang out.
I mean, because sometimes, arguably, right, it's like sometimes the not after party, but like hanging out with the rest of the band, sometimes it's better than playing.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Honestly, sometimes it is, man. We all love to play. That's what we do,
Yeah.
you know.
I guess mainly because
Sometimes I'm taking that in my element. I'm like, fuck, I gotta set up.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck, do the quick 30-minute set and then gotta take off.
Yep.
But then like, nah, once you like.
But
done
once
that
you do that shit and we
you
all
settle
can
in,
kick
and
back,
yeah,
you
just
kick
kick
back
back,
and
yeah.
swap stories and
Well, then talk
around.
shit about the next band.
Yeah.
But I mean,
You know what, dude, real quick, you reminded me of something I did one time. We were playing at it's that place that closed, the Legacy.
But the legs.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
We had finished playing, we take all our shit, right? And I'm walking out, dude, I wasn't fucking paying attention. This the next band comes, they said their shit. This fucking dude had this pedal board. It's like if you took Guitar Center and fucking dude, I couldn't believe it. I was like, I'm shit you not, dude. It's a fucking big old board and pedal. And I just walked down, I don't know if I told you or somebody, but I go, hey man, check out this fucking guy's board. And I thought, oh shit, man, better chill. I'm talking shit. Yeah, dude, I couldn't believe it, dude. It was fucking huge. Yeah.
we just had another show too. We ended up going down over to like South Central, and our fucking guitarist was like, just hanging out with one of the other like guys who was coming over. So he ended up going to like the car, and he's like, man, dude, who the fuck is trying to set up a show at like fucking 2 p.m. over here, like trying to. And it's the dude who set up the whole thing right there. It's like, what the fuck? Yeah.
Well,
It's for Mad Magic, so no hate, guys. We still love you.
It's like-
But yeah, no, it was like that shit was like, what the fuck? Yeah, no, because they ended up having like what is it called? Robert Trujillo's kid back over there.
Yeah, Ty.
Yeah, Ty. So it was like they got to make it all professional kind of stuff. So we ended up going over there, and it's like, what the fuck?
What a dope setup, dude.
No, it was a really cool setup. Like big shout out to those guys because they had like they're like real kids too. They're only like 16, 17, but they have their own sound stage. They have like the whole fucking shebang. Got mics all over.
What you're saying is they have money.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I won't deny. So I'm like, yeah, no, they're real good kids.
Yeah, I know they're criminals, but nah.
Someone's stealing something. They're doing it for the cause. So you know what? I ain't gonna hate on that.
We get to reap the benefits of their labor.
No shit. No shit. That's funny. We were saying that though about money, man, because like I feel right now, like the sound that I have right now is like the best that I've ever had in my whole life. It's because I got the money to fucking do it, you know. And we were talking about it back in the old days, dude. We used to have this Yamaha fucking combo amp. It had one like 18-inch speaker in it, and dude, we fuck 2 channels. We used to fucking plug the mic and the guitar in the high and the low, and that's what we, you know what I mean? Fucking do what you gotta do.
No, seriously, that's wild. That's another thing too, because I'm like, every time I see your kit, that thing is a fucking masterpiece.
It has kids.
It's so great.
You can tell I haven't taken it to a show yet. Because once I do, I'm probably not gonna bring the whole thing.
It's gonna be dust. He's gonna kick that thing off.
Yeah.
Fuck all the fucking dust just flying out of that thing.
That's what I don't want.
That's why I did the lunchbox. Way to go, dude.
Yeah, in a backpack.
In the backpack, small little backpack.
Still in the Gen Sport.
That's funny though. Like you do try to dummy it down though. You know.
Yeah.
Like I used to have a rack. I used to use a rack mount. And I told him, dude, all I want to do is fucking plug straight in the head and fucking that's it. I don't want to fucking carry nothing.
That's the same thing, because like just making sure that we have like everything, you know, that's like as efficient as possible to just get the hell in and get out, because it's like, man, dude, bringing in the whole shebang, because that's the other reason like I haven't like expanded too much from my kit either, because I'm like I still rock a little fucking 5-piece, a few little things and all that kind of stuff, just to like pop in and pop the hell out.
It's actually more impressive to do more with less.
Yes, it is.
Because you don't have to rely on all that.
I'll tell you, one band I really like right now is Ginger.
Yeah.
And that fucking drummer, that dude's fucking bad, dude. And he just, what is he, fucking one tom and a floor tom, bass drum, snare.
The classic punk setup.
Yeah, dude,
But his rack
that
tom is
motherfucker.
next to the floor tom.
What the fuck?
So they're both right
Yeah.
here. So when you look at the drum set, it's just a bass drum and a ride.
Yeah.
That's all you see.
Damn.
That's all you see, because his
And that
toms are
dude-
low and they're here.
That sounds like a jazz combo, bro.
And that dude
Yeah.
fucking rips, dude.
Yeah, he could still play fucking Run to the Hills. On
Oh.
that.
He can still do Peter Criss drum solo on God's Thunder.
Because you can't, I mean, they always say, you know, you can throw money at shit, but you can't cover up bad playing. I mean,
No.
clearly,
Oh,
you
no.
guys have fucking
No.
demonstrate that time
No,
and time
you
again.
can't.
All the time we've ever fucking shared the stage with you guys rip.
Thank you.
On that shit.
Thank you.
But really, I mean, is there anything else I don't know, Diego? Like,
Yeah, dude. Like, what's been your experience?
when are you gonna learn that song apparently? Like,
The fucking guy never comes to practice. No, you know what? I do got to say this about Diego. I admire him because you know he work. We all work, but so he misses a lot of practices. But when he comes, man, he fucking learns the songs and he's got it down. You know, we had during COVID. I don't think we played not even once the whole fucking year.
We went a year without it.
And then when he came back, we fucking jammed the whole set. And I told him, dude, you been fucking practicing? He goes, no. And
I'm just that naturally good.
and the fucking funny thing is, I couldn't remember this fucking song. Remember, I said, how the fuck does this go again? I couldn't fucking remember. He came in just, shit. I go, dude, you know, we could play a show right now if we wanted to. But that fucking kind of blew my mind, unless he was lying. Probably fucking playing every day. No, I never played.
Gotta get it.
No, and then like even the new ones, he comes in and he fucking learns them. And
yeah, those new songs are fucking.
Kind of interested on that too. Like, what's the work-life balance for you guys? Because I know that's something that we ended up talking about, like
It's
another few like podcasts before. But
It's
it's like,
hard.
yeah,
Yeah, it's really
I can only imagine. Just
it's
like,
hard. It's hard to make it work sometimes, you know. Back in the old days, it was fucking cool, huh?
Yeah.
We knew fucking every like Tuesday, Thursday or some shit like that. Fucking 4 o'clock, show up. If I don't call you, we're not playing. Then you know what I mean. Other than that, fucking be here. And then if we didn't practice officially, like we were jamming anyway. You know what I mean? Just if you happen to come over, let's fucking play. All right. Now it's hard, man.
Yeah. A lot of text message in the group.
Oh yeah.
It's fucking hard.
It's not only work; it's also family.
It's family.
That's another big thing too.
That's the other thing. It's work.
Because you were mentioning that you guys were writing materials. I mean, like, how are you guys even doing that? Like, one day Diego might just show up and say, "Hey,
Yeah, pretty much.
came up with this. I don't know." Or
We just throw it on him.
Well, you know, Diego's very good. He knows like what I'm looking for as far as
accents.
accents. The thing about like what I learned from Slayer was the playing in octaves and stuff like that, and that's the beauty of two guitars. You know, that's why Priest two guitars, Maiden two guitars. Diego understands that, and a lot of times, dude, I don't even tell him. Like, I'll show him what I'm doing, and he automatically already fucking
He'll do it.
goes down into an octave. I said, that's fine. That's cool. That's the only reason why I haven't fired him.
That's the only reason you're in the band.
Yeah. But yeah, no, Diego, you know, he picks up very fast like that. So yeah. And then, you know, a lot of times I tell him, dude, like, does this suck? I mean, let's do something out, you know, make something else. Well, the Vader song, he was playing it wrong, but I liked what he did, so I fucking changed it to what he was doing.
sometimes it's not playing perfect, then it makes it perfect.
Happy
Obviously.
accidents.
Happy accident.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
But yeah, we're slowly doing the new album, dude. It should have been done fucking 2 years ago, really. But
again, it's because of the work schedules.
the work schedules,
Yeah.
You know, that kind of stuff.
The whole year off.
the whole year off. I mean, honestly, dude, during the COVID, that album should have been fucking done.
Instead, I didn't really touch the drums.
Yeah,
Really?
we didn't play too much.
That was another thing too, because we're going through like the same wrapping up like the album processes and stuff on like our end as well. So that was like another big factor too. Was just like how big COVID ended up impacting, because like now we're at home and now like we kind of have to stay at home and we can't like go out and do the things that we could do beforehand. So I know for a lot of people that were doing like, you know, actually playing shows a lot, that was their practice. So then I just had a conversation with another friend in another band, but that was one of the things that like not being able to play shows was like I can't fucking practice, so I had to like put in extra effort to learn how to fucking play what I was doing for the album and stuff.
COVID fucked us up. I mean, dude, we haven't played a show now going on 2 years now.
Yeah.
Believe it or not. And it sucks, man. We finally had some offers to play and we fucking
Couldn't do it.
couldn't do it.
Damn, man.
Schedule.
Fucking I was so happy. Fuck, finally, no.
Nah, that's the same
I
thing.
and we are dying to fucking to get out and play again.
Mhm.
It's fucking been too long, but
It's a small process. That's the other thing too. Is the good thing is that things are like beginning to open back up. So like that's the nice part is that like shit is like allowing us to go back and play stuff. Because just recently with like the last few shows, it's good to still see that there's like a lot of hunger for our fucking scene and music right now. So yeah, it's like it's been fucking cool having a lot of good like crowd reactions back and forth and stuff.
it's probably a big hunger. I mean, you know, a lot of people fucking cooped up, didn't do shit, you know what I mean? They want to get out, you know. As much as we want to play, and fucking sure there's people that want to get out and
Fucking want to get out.
No, definitely.
and do what you
Pass out in the gutter.
There you go.
There's a lot of people that want to be laying in the gutter.
It's great.
but better than being at home.
There's being at home laying
I
in the
don't have a gutter at home.
Better being
That fucker just got COVID. He's laying in the gutter.
Face down.
Face down.
No worries. But I guess just with that, we'll bring it up over to a close. You guys have anything else that you guys want to plug in? Like your Instagrams, your albums again, one last time?
Yeah, so you can find us on Instagram at Devour Official, and same thing for the Facebook, exact same name.
Exact same
iTunes.
name.
Oh, also,
iTunes.
yeah, you can also find us at Devour. If you type in Devour, there's like some other ones that pop up. So it's the one that says Living Dead.
That was the name of our
That's the name
album.
of our album. That's us. We're on iTunes, Spotify, Apple, or YouTube. You know, all the streaming.
All that bullshit.
I didn't even know.
Amazon, all that.
Amazon Prime.
What's
yeah,
that?
I'll get the album.
What's that thing that I told you we were on?
Oh, Metal.
Oh,
yeah,
that's it with that.
Photography or
We're
Yeah,
on,
that shit was the best, man.
We're on the Metal Encyclopedia.
Oh, yo, that's fucking lit.
That was actually a surprise to us. We didn't know we were on it, and it tells you like what the band's about.
Mhm.
And for us, if you're interested, it says we're about killing and killed.
It says death. What does it say?
Oh, death.
Death and kills.
Yeah, death.
That's beautiful.
That's us.
That's great. Well, thank you guys for
Perfect
doing it.
innuendo. Yeah, man. Like, thank you to the whole band of Devour. It's fucking awesome.
Thank you guys. Thank
And,
you.
yeah,
Thanks
so
for having us.
yeah, of course. And tune in the following weeks as we try to get more people. Anybody out there who wants to get on this fucking podcast, we're fucking be grateful to have you.
Yeah, dude. Signing off. Later, guys.
see the death, turn my head.